Hi guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel, Make Them Tech. In this tutorial, we're going to learn how to build a simple API and take it live by hosting it on the VPS running on CentOS 8. Is that not wonderful? Okay, so let me run through this code I have before me. This is my package.json, so you can see it. And then I'm using the RCSM folder structure, my controller, middleware, models, routes, services, tests, utils, my environment variable, actually running on port 3000. That's what I just have there. It's just a simple API. This is my edge check endpoint. Okay, so let's test this application and let's see if it's working. Then we had our endpoint that returns a particular data. So that we can take it live and see how it behaves in production. Okay, so we have this, let's put localhost 3500. Boom, app is working fine. So let's proceed to our controller now. I'll come back to the route to do exports dot, what's that be, get users. Okay, let's do the normal thing. You are inside your controller, you are making call to your service, to any of your services, and probably you are making a call to the database and the likes. Okay, so we have try. So use the normal way to do async and await. Okay, so I have something I prepared there that we're going to use. So don't save, that's over. Okay, so we have our data here. So I'm just going to return. What's there? Okay. Okay, let me drag this down. Let's drag down. Okay, so then rest.json. So you have data. So actually you can get your data from your database or from another API or from crawling the web or whatever you are doing. So this is just an example of how to build a simple API, and then if a client is calling your endpoint and you are sending the data back to the client. True. So let's just say message. What should we put here? Let's leave it empty string. And then let's go to our error. If your database gives you an error, it's going to enter this section. That's the catch section of this code. We don't need this. So let me turn this to, so you can have a documentation for your errors. For all this, when it is this is what it is. Code to message should be error.message. So we are done. We want to go to our route, and then we bring in our controller here, const users controller. That will be require get, so you have to reference it here, not to call the function. Okay, so we go to our index.js, and then we bring in our routes here. So that will be app.use. So let's put it as API/v1/make the deck. Then we'll put routes. So let's restart our application. Let's see what we have. npm start. Okay, let me go to, so here we're gonna do our API bits here. So send. Yeah, so this is the results. Let's push this to Git, to GitHub, and then we go inside our VPS, and then we host the application. So git init, that's cool. So we say git remote add origin. Add origin, that is HTTPS. That would be github.com/michael/simple API tutorial code.git. Okay, let's see, there's no mistake. Git remote add origin HTTPS. So I've already created this repository. So then I'm trying to do it on my local now so that I can push to it. Simple API tutorial. Cool. So you can easily enter your Git and then you copy this and paste here. No time to waste time. I hope I'm correct. Okay, so okay, so let's push it up. Let's push this here like this. Okay. So then git add git. Okay, so we have that. So git what's there git okay, commit, yeah. So git push origin master origin master. Yeah, so we have it there now. Okay, so then don't forget your git ignore. The node modules and the environment variable is not part of what is inside GitHub right now. Okay, so we have to provision. When we get inside our server, okay, so you just do your SSH into your server, your root at your IP address, and you put your password and then you enter. Okay, so first of all, let me just do like this, list. So this is a typical Linux server. Some of us can live with it as CentOS. So I'll be putting the application inside the home folder here. So cd to my home. Okay, so at this junction, so I have it here. So what do I do now? So let me just say git clone https okay, github.com// what's it called, simple API tutorial code.git. So I have it now. So let me do list. Yeah, so it's inside this place now. Okay, so let's enter. So that's simple. Okay, so let me just take this to the top, since this is what we're going to be doing now majorly. Okay, so that you guys can see it. Okay, so I want to enter into this place to tutorial. Okay, so let me say list. Okay, so let's do npm install. So actually, you can write a script to do this. You can do a lot of things. You can bring in Jenkins, Kubernetes, everything, and things. This will be seamless. Okay, so clear. Okay, so we have done that. But you guys should remember that the environment variable, we need to find a way of adding it to it because if you run it at this point, it's not going to work. Okay, so all we can do is we can install Nano to do that and DNF. DNF install Nano. DNF, like in my last video, I told you is that's the package manager for CentOS 8, and I think some other Linux OS stuff. Okay, let's proceed. Let's put nano. Let's say nano.env. Let's create a new file. So here now let me just say ports is equal to 30,500. Let's run on 30,500. So that's all, and then I'll do Control O, and then I'll do Control X. Okay, so Control, I'll put Enter, and then I'll put Control X. So that's it. So for you to see it, I can say cat NV is there. So at this point, I can say npm start. Yes, can you see? Now we are inside the server now. It's working. Okay, but I'm not going to have a problem. Let's see. Let's go into our. Okay, so let's change this to the name of us as 216. So you can buy a VPS on maybe Inter server, Hyperhost, A2 hosting, and the other ones. Okay, let's fire. Can you see? It's like it's not working. Okay, what could be the problem? So let's come here. Let's check system. So actually, sometimes you might be running into a problem of firewall if you have your firewall configured. But if you don't have your firewall configured, it's going to work straight away. So status firewall. So we want to check the firewall daemon. Okay, actively run. So with this, we will not be able to get the result we desire. So what we need to do is to, okay, we'll do something just now, but let's quickly do something. Let's stop firewall and see the results. System CTL stop firewall. Okay, we have stopped firewall now. So let's fire again. Okay, it's not getting a response. Okay, we have just stopped firewall system CTL status. Let's see. Okay, it's dead now. Yeah. Okay, so since it's dead now, so let's try. Okay, yeah. Sorry, we've not okay, npm start. I forgot it. Okay, so let's go to npm start. Okay, let me even clear. Let me clear this. Clear. Okay, let's clear. Okay, so npm. Okay, so go back in. Okay, let's go back to Postman. Let's fire. Yes, we have results. So it's actually a firewall that is not aligned. So remember in my last video, we opened 443 and port 80. So we opened for HTTPS and HTTP. So because of that, no other port will work on it unless you open that port. So, and I think that's what, so you can either disable you can even disable your firewall completely if you know you cannot manipulate it. But, you know, this is just like a lazy man approach. Let's try and manipulate because you still need the firewall for security purpose. So let me start my firewall again. Firewall, so let's check the status. Okay, it's running. So our code will not work again. And because of that, okay, so it's going to just, okay, so what we need to do, let me clear. So what we need to do is we need to add this port to our public. So there's some things I want to do for us. So let's do firewall CMD. S was what gets zones. So you can, okay, so these are the zones that we have on CentOS, on this VPS. Now we have public home. So I can also try and check the list of ports currently running. Okay, so how do I do that? So let me just put my, okay. So that would be, okay, yeah, okay. So I'll just put list ports. So just port 80 TCP. So you can see, and then so we need to add another one to this. And then another thing is that you have your public zone. So your public zone, you can keep adding to it, but you can also create your own zone. You can create your own zone. But you know, the idea is that you, for example, now there are some services that you can also create too. So for example, now what I mean is that if I get something like, if I do something like firewall CMD, and then I do get services. So this is going to give me a lot of time. So what happens is that if you have your service, if you want to open a service here now, okay, you have a service, okay, so like SMTP, you want to open the port, you see MongoDB here, you see Redis, almost all the service you want, you see MongoDB here, you see Cube, API server, so many of the things, and if you don't have it here, you can add your own to it. You can add a service, you can see Kibana here. So some of the services that you know you will use, patch. So all these things now, their ports are disabled. Firewall is not. So if you have anything you are doing that you want to do, so just check it here. Okay, it's here. Then you don't need. So just there's a command that you just do, and you say add service. So when you add service, the port will come up. Okay, so that's just that. To get the list of services that are currently running. So let me just say list services. Okay, so we have copied this HTTP, HTTPS, SSH. So SSH runs on port 22 and HTTPS 44380. Okay, we have this, we have this. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so I don't want to waste too much time on this. So we can just simply do firewall CMD. Okay, so to round up this session so that we don't get confused, we have services, we have zones. So these services are, you can enable them anytime. So, and to enable them, you just do, okay, let me just do that straight away. So you just do zone, you put your zone equal to, okay, just say public, and then you create, and you do add service equal to, then you mention the name, maybe it's MongoDB. Let's say you install MongoDB on this server. So you do this, and you put your permanent. So that's it. But if you are doing something that does not exist, so you can also create a zone for yourself. If you don't want to use this public, you can just say new zone. So you put new zone. This one, instead of putting just zone, you add new to this place, new dash zone, then equal to, then instead of putting public, you put your own distance there. So that's just how it is. So for our own now, we are not, this is just an application. We are not adding anything. So we just say add ports. Add ports is equal to, which port are we adding? You're adding 3,500 / TCP. So you just put that, then you put your permanent, so that's permanent. So it needs to be there so that it is enabled forever on your server. So this is how to do that. What else are we missing? None. So fire. So success. So after this is done, you have to reload your firewall. Firewall CMD. So now, okay, yes. So now that we have successfully reloaded the firewall, so we can now come here and do npm starts. So now this time around now, our port is enabled. So by the time I fire, I should get results. Now can you see? I have the result. And if you want to confirm some things, for example, now you want to get the list of server firewall CMD, that's a list. Let's just say list all. Yeah, I think it just give. Okay, can you see ports 80, then 35. So it keep increasing. If you are deploying an application, you are running on a particular port, then you enable it on your firewall. Finish. Okay, now let me go back. So now, this case now, if I do npm starts, you know, I'm running it with npm. Now, if I leave this server, what happens to my application? My application goes down. So that's it. Then it means that if I want to do something else now, and I do like this, so does it mean that I'll not be able to? Because, for example, now, if I fire something like this now, it's not going to work. So what do we do in this situation is that we need to install something called, what's the name of that thing? PM2. Yeah, PM. Okay, so we have installed PM2 globally. So what I would do is I'll just do PM2, can just do start, what's the name of this file, index.js. Then you can put the name of the application. Let me just say simple API. And just put the port that we are running on. Sometimes you might have to be doing this so that when you look at your application, you already know the port on which you are running it. So then we can put watch so that when the file changes, it will restart itself. So something like that. If you don't want it to, no problem. So we have it now. So done. So you can see, the ID memory. So for us to see very well, coming. Okay, so we can see very well now. So this is how it looks like. Simple API 3500 like that. So, and it's running. So let's go here again. Let's fire. Boom. So we have the result. So it's going to, so when you even log out of your server, when you even go out of your server, is there running successfully, no problem. So that is PM2 for you. So as many applications you have, you can always bring them onto your server. You host it, just go through this process I've gone through, and then there might be also some other flexibility, some other things you can do to it, and you have your result. So it's just as easy as that. You can talk about optimization and some other things. Okay, so guys, we have really done something great in this tutorial. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Make Them Tech. Let's build this channel together. Turn on the notification bell, like this video, share with friends, share with everybody in the world, and then comment below too. If you have any question, you can put it down in the comment section. I will see you on the next one. Thank you.